Hello everyone, this is Stasious, and I just wanted to give a quick review of the new 5 Laps at Freddy's demo that they just released. I know this is a bit straying off of the content that I usually make, but I feel like this video needs to be made because personally, I love racing games a lot. One of my favorite games, or one of my favorite remakes of all time, is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Genuinely one of the best racing games I've ever played. I love Forza Horizon 5 and Forza Horizon 4. I love Mario Kart. I've played every single Mario Kart since Mario Kart DS, and I've had a long history with racing games, and 5 Laps at Freddy's has always appealed to me. When I saw the announcement, a lot of people were hating on it for like the art style and it looking kind of rough around the edges, but to be fair, the release date is next year, and this is just a demo. This is just, I would consider it more of a tech demo than just a regular demo, because it feels very rough around the edges, but I mean, that's what a demo's meant to be. Sometimes game demos are literally just like, the first part of a game, and it looks the same as it is on release, but with this demo, it's more of just a, here's a test. You get to play the game, but play it with your own risk because it is a demo. I can definitely see how rough it is, and my opinion on the game is very, very mixed. But I think the first thing we need to do is talk about the positives. Positive is, I think the first 2 tracks are great. Fazbear Hills and Midnight Motorist are both really good tracks. In particular, I think Midnight Motorist, I think that track is phenomenal. The first half of that track is amazing. I mean, doing that entire first part of the track before the ramp is so satisfying, and I would recommend people to just check out this demo so they could play that track. Fazbear Hills is pretty good as well. Those are definitely 2 really good tracks, and I hope that they are in the final game and they are improved in the final game. Another positive that I have about this game is I genuinely think the cast of characters that they had is really good. I think having the 4 originals, Balloon Boy, the Puppet, Springtrap, definitely a really good choice for the cast of characters. They didn't need to give us all those characters. They could have just given us 4 and been like, "Oh, that's the demo." But they went out of their way to just give us a lot more characters to play as, and I definitely appreciate Click Team doing that for the demo for us, and I hope to see a bigger cast of characters in the future. Another positive is I like the items. I mean, some of them are very, very carbon copy and paste from Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing, which is fine. It's hard to make your own original items in general, but there are a few items in the game that are just really good. I hope to see more in the final game. Now here comes the negatives. The first negative that I have is the sinkhole track is very bad. Not because of how it's designed, not because it's too hard, everyone. I literally completed that track first place, and I was like 2 minutes ahead of the person in second place, or the AI in second place, but that track is just full of too many bugs and glitches to where it feels like the track was just added in like a week before the demo was planned to release, with very rough edits, and like it doesn't feel like a completed track. It feels like a track that was in progress. It feels like Security Breach on launch, but in a racing track, if that makes sense. I wish the track was a little more play-tested and fixed on release, but there are so many places where you can just fall out of bounds on that track, and you could just soft lock yourself, which are just not fun or not like good in the slightest. And I feel like if you left out that track, you would have had a pretty good demo for what the game is trying to do. Another negative that I have about the game is I feel like the drifting is very, very clunky. And what I mean by this is, if you drift in the game, basically you hold the drift button and you go a certain direction, but whichever direction your character is facing, whenever you stop that drift, you speed up to that direction, which is unlike Crash Team Racing, where if you're drifting a certain way, whenever you finish that drift, you're going to keep going straight ahead in the direction that you're trying to go. But for this game, if you're trying to go straight and you're drifting left to get more speed, and you let go of that drift, instead of going straight forward with that speed boost, you're gonna go left, which is just very, very clunky, and I don't like that design in general for the controls. I feel like that can be a bit more like tinkered with and tweaked to where it's more like Mario Kart or more like Crash Team Racing in that sense. But I do understand it's a demo and not everything is final. It's a work in progress, basically. It's coming out next year, so... Another negative that I have about the game is the jump scare guy. The night shift guy. I don't know what their name is. I haven't checked out a video about this game. This is just a pure from me type of review rather than looking at what other people think of the game. But what I think about the night shift guy is that I feel like it could be a lot less common, because the first 3 times that it happened, it was interesting. It was definitely like, I was like shocked that it had happened, and I was like, oh, that's actually a really cool gimmick. But after the next 30 times that it happened to me, I just didn't want it to happen anymore, and I was getting very annoyed. Just a very annoying gimmick in general, and I wish that had been more generalized and more like thought up about, because it's a good idea on paper. I definitely like the idea of bringing that jump scare factor and that scariness factor to this game, rather than just keeping it a simple, like, rip-off racing game, but I feel like it could be definitely thought out more and tinkered with more. I know it's regarding batteries, and if you have the least amount of batteries, then you get jump scared, but it feels very annoying, because if you get, like, hit by someone, or if you get completely annihilated by like the 7 other AI on the track, then you're guaranteed to be jump scared. And I wish there was a better way to balance that jump scare factor into the rest of the game. One thing I will just say in general about this game is that it feels like the game was meant to be at a faster speed than what it was released as. And what I mean by, like, you know how Mario Kart has like a 50cc and a 200cc. It feels like this game is the 50cc, and the game was meant to feel like it was 150cc. Maybe they changed it. I mean, with the exception of Midnight Motorist, these tracks feel like they were meant to be played on faster speeds, which might be what's in the future, or might be like an update for the full release in the future, but like I don't know what it will end up like. So in conclusion, would I buy this on launch? In the current state that it is, with the clunky controls, no, but I hope they improve the controls and the just in general most of the stuff that I have an issue with, because in general, if this game is improved in those ways and they find better ways to implement the jump scaring feature, then I would definitely have no problem spending money on this game. But in general, I enjoyed the game for the most part, but it was very mixed reaction to like how it controlled and everything like that. I got the hang of it in like an hour and 30 minutes, but like I had fun with the game, but there are definitely a lot of ways to improve it and to make it better in the future, and I really hope that Click Team does that. Anyways, I hope your day is going good, and I hope I made your day better when you watch this video, and I hope to make your day better in the future if you decide to watch more. Thank you all for watching. Please let me know what you think about the game in the comments section, and I'll probably respond. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you on Friday for my video. Bye-bye.